What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices, going over to scoresandodds.com where you got picks from me, Meansy, Dino, all the greats. Plus, you get access to our nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what we have projected for each individual prop, plus where the best lines are at. And most importantly, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge. What is Grant's Action Lounge? Well, it's my Discord where I'm throwing in all my bets each and every day. Just go to scoresandodds.com/Discord, throwing in the chat right there. We're back. Sorry. Had a kid. Had to do things. So, happens. But, you know what? I'm back. I'm ready to roll. I have bets. Ain't taking no days off. Got to pay for this kid. So, we're just going to get right into it. We'll start off with some basketball. 2 games tonight. So, first of all, we got Philly going up against the Nets here. Obviously, the last game did not go great for the Nets. Nets were actually in it pretty heavily all the way up until midway through the third quarter. Just kind of fell apart. We hit Bridges alts and Dinwiddie alts last time. Dinwiddie didn't end up getting there. Bridges got to 30, so he hit the first 2 legs of his. We're going right back to the well. Dinwiddie over 9.5 assists, plus 165 over at Betfred, plus 185 over at Barstool, and over at Bet Rivers, plus 165 over at DK. Dinwiddie been great over the last month. Been dishing the ball out at a massive, massive clip. Hit the over in 11 out of his last 16 games at 10 plus. Hit the over in 6 out of his last 16 games at 12 plus. I don't even hate going up to 14 plus, 16 plus if you really want to, depending on what the odds are. I didn't look into that because every site that has 14 plus and 16 plus, they're not going to let me get anything down. I just went up to the max I could over on Betfred, the only place that's really going to let me get much money down, even though they only let me get down $44 in this one, which is unfortunate. But Dinwiddie, again, he had 6 in the first half last game, did not do anything in the second half. It was just a mess. And then Bridges, let's go ahead and pull up his game. Like, he's been chucking the ball. Obviously, if you've been paying attention to the show, if you've been watching my bets, I love Bridges, and I just keep hammering it. Only played 34 minutes. He didn't play the last 6 minutes, 5 minutes of the game, something like that. Because of the blowout. If this game stays close, he should play close to 40 minutes in this spot here. Disregard this game because he came in, fouled, and left. But 24 shot attempts, 26 shot attempts, 24, 25, 24. Been absolutely chucking. We see he only shot 35% from the field in the month of April, outside of this game where he shot 66%. But the prior month, 49.8% from the field, 42% from beyond the arc, 49% the month before, 46%. He's a good shooter. He's eating up a ton of usage. He should play a boatload of minutes during the month of March, averaged 28 points per game, and that's including one game where he only played the first quarter. Where's that game? Right here versus Milwaukee. But just been crushing this line on a consistent basis while playing for Brooklyn. I hit his normal line, 26.5, minus 115 over at Caesars. I had the 30 plus, plus 170. I hit the 35 plus, plus 425. I think he has a big game here. I think this game actually stays pretty close. So he'll get his full allotment of minutes. I really like that over. Next up's Sabonis over 6.5 assists, minus 115 over at Caesars. Sabonis has been really solid dishing the ball out over the last month and a half or so. Didn't do much in the last game. I don't expect that to happen again. Averaging 8+ assists in the month of April in the regular season, 8+ in the month of March during the regular season. I think he goes back to that. RG currently has a project for 7.28 assists in this spot. So I like this over. Kevin Looney, over 2.5 assists. Didn't get there last game. Hasn't gotten there in a few games, but he should play a decent amount of minutes going up against Sabonis. Played 32 minutes in the last game. Expecting something moderately similar in this one. Getting this at plus money. RG has him projected for, I think, 3.3 in the spot here. We'll go ahead and check it out. 3.58. So a full assist over this number. It looks like it's already starting to move. I got a plus 100 at Betway. Same exact lines as DK, at least for basketball, a little bit different for baseball, but really like this over. De'Aaron Fox over 27.5 points, minus 121 over at Caesars. You can get it better odds in some other spots here. Fox, yeah, I don't know, minus 121 at Caesars might be. I think you can get it minus. Now it's moving hard, so get it minus 121 at Caesars. De'Aaron Fox averaged 25 points per game during the regular season. Had 38 in this first game versus Golden State. I think he's going to crush here. The 25 points per game during the regular season is only off of 33 minutes played per game. Should see 40 in this spot. The line's sitting at 1.5. I think Golden State's favored. Last time I checked, line sitting at 1.5. Should be a close game. Fox should eat up the usage. He should absolutely crush in this spot. I don't mind hitting the alts. We can go ahead and check out what FanDuel has, if FanDuel has anything on the alt lines here. We're going to go ahead and look into this. Points. Let's see what they have for Fox. Plus 120 at 30 plus. I like that. Plus 330 at 35 plus. I like that. Plus 900 at 40 plus. I like that. Fox, again, just been fantastic recently, or fantastic in the first game. Should pay a boatload of minutes. Really, really like him. Got some home run bets, got stolen base bet, got a pitcher prop. So we're getting all sorts of things. Isaac Paredes to hit a home run, plus 650 over at Barstool/Bet Rivers. Both of them have the same odds. Paredes, decent amount of power, gets a good spot here going up against Hunter Green. Hunter Green, look at his numbers versus righties. 221 ISO, 44% fly ball rate, 36% hard contact rate. Prefer him a bit versus lefties, but he's given up some power to righties. Paredes, solid ISO, 207, great fly ball hitter, 45.9%, solid hard contact number. Green is going to throw some heat. We know his fastball is fast, 98.87 miles per hour. Playing in the Great America Small Park, great park for hitting. The weather is a little bit cold, but the wind is blowing out, I believe, at 15 miles an hour. Last time I checked, which is great. The wind is cold weather, obviously not great, but anything, it's a slight positive if net neutral. So getting these odds plus 650 versus a guy who gives up a ton of bombs. Matt Chapman, Bo Bichette, and picking both of them to hit home run, plus 420 for Chapman, plus 500 for Bichette. Both lines probably a bit too low. Playing over in Houston, Bichette really lines up well versus Christian Javier. Javier, massive amount of fly balls to righties, 55.9%, decent hard contact. And Bichette actually has the second highest hard hit rate versus righties in this Toronto lineup. Big thing is, not a huge fly ball hitter, so gets a matchup versus a big fly ball pitcher. Plus, he's been doing pretty well so far this season, 255 ISO, 452 WOBA so far versus righties. Again, just not big fly ball numbers. Everything else is good. So decent chance he hits the ball at the ballpark. Chapman's been very solid, 250 ISO, getting lots of hard contact, lots and lots of hard contact. Decent fly ball numbers, but again, going up against a massive fly ball pitcher. It's a great spot here. Pete Alonso plus 450. How is Pete Alonso ever plus 450 to hit home run? One of the best home run hitters in the league. I get the Dustin May, big ground ball guy going up against righties. Doesn't really allow a ton of power. This is Pete Alonso. It's kind of that simple. Big power guy, big fly ball numbers, 42.3%. Really like him in the spot, plus 450, too high of a number. Jack Flaherty, over 15.5 outs. Struggled in his first two outings. Still made it 5 innings because he got lucky with BABIP. But 7 and 6 walks the first 2 outings. Played in Coors in the last game. Hit the over on this. Went just 5.1 innings. But the walks seem to have subsided in the last one. I don't know if that's going to continue. I have to assume it's going to be better than his first 2 outings. Matchup versus Arizona. Not a ton of high walk guys. Actually, lineup's out now. There is more walk guys than I had hoped. But overall, ball's going to be put in play a decent amount here. I think that Flaherty goes a little over 5 innings, probably 6. Jared Kelenic, over 0.5 stolen bases, plus 675 at Betway, plus 700 over at DK. Kelenic had 15 stolen bases last year, I want to say. He's been running a little bit more, 3 stolen bases this season. Obviously, the new pitch clock, the pickoff rule lends itself more to stolen bases. Kelnick. I feel like these odds should be at plus 500, not plus 700, offering a bit of value. That's it. That's the show. That's all I got. Timing of this show is going to vary a bit based on my kid, based on what games are playing and when. So be patient. Check, set up alerts on the Scores and Odds YouTube. Because I might be all over the place. Still working, but kid messes with my life. She's adorable, but perks of being a new father. We're out of here. Later, kids.